How was Judaism 200 years before Jesus of Nazareth? Have you ever wondered how the world of Judaism looked centuries before the birth of Jesus of Nazareth? What was the socio-religious landscape that eventually gave rise to Christianity, one of the world's most influential religions? A historical journey. Christianity is often viewed as beginning with the life and teachings of Jesus Christ, yet its roots run much deeper, into the heart of Judaism. From the Babylonian captivity to the Maccabean revolt, countless events shaped the Judaic tradition and laid the groundwork for what would become a transformative spiritual movement. But why was Jesus, a Jew, the cornerstone for a faith that diverged so drastically? How did the followers of this Nazarene begin calling themselves Christians, and when did the two religions go their separate ways? Key questions we'll explore. What was the Babylonian captivity? Imagine being exiled from your homeland, your temple destroyed, and your identity as a people questioned. This is exactly what the Jews experienced after the siege of Jerusalem in 587 BCE by the Neo-Babylonian Empire. How did this shape their faith and resilience? The return to Zion. Following the Persian conquest of Babylon in 539 BCE, exiled Jews were allowed to return to their homeland. But how did they rebuild not just their homes, but their faith and community? Who were the Maccabees? The Maccabean revolt against the Seleucid Empire is one of the most dramatic episodes in Jewish history. What drove the rebellion, and what were its lasting effects on Judaism and the idea of a Messiah? Judaism and early Christianity, a shared path. Did you know Christianity started as a movement within Judaism? For centuries, the two were closely intertwined. When and why did they part ways, and how did the term Messiah evolve from a Judaic prophecy to the foundation of Christian theology? Jesus, a Jew in every sense. Jesus of Nazareth was Jewish both culturally and religiously. His teachings were rooted in Hebrew scriptures, and his role as the Anointed One aligns with Jewish messianic expectations. Yet, his life inspired a movement that would reshape the spiritual identity of the Western world. Stay curious and stay updated. To unravel these questions and explore the intricate web of history connecting Judaism and Christianity, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Let's journey together through time to uncover the fascinating origins of two of the world's major faiths. Don't miss out. Watch until the end to deepen your understanding of this shared history. The fall of Jerusalem and the Babylonian captivity, a turning point in Jewish history. Have you ever imagined what it must have been like to witness the destruction of a great city, the heart of a kingdom, and the forced exile of its people? This is the story of Jerusalem's fall, the burning of the first temple, and the beginning of the Babylonian captivity, a pivotal chapter in Jewish history that shaped the identity of a nation and influenced the course of world events. The revolts that shook a kingdom. It all began when King Jehoiakim of Judah defied Babylonian rule by refusing to pay tribute to King Nebuchadnezzar II. This act of rebellion sparked the first major revolt, culminating in 597 BCE when the Babylonian forces crushed Judah's resistance. However, the true devastation came with the Second Revolt, around 589 BCE. For over 2 years, the Babylonians laid siege to Jerusalem. Imagine the desperation of a city under siege, food supplies dwindling, hope fading. In 587 BCE, the city finally fell. Nebuchadnezzar's forces destroyed much of Jerusalem, including the magnificent First Temple built by King Solomon, a symbol of Jewish faith and identity. The tragic fate of a kingdom. The fall of Jerusalem marked the end of the kingdom of Judah. Thousands of its inhabitants were exiled to Babylon, scattered across Mesopotamia. The devastation wasn't confined to Jerusalem. The Babylonians razed surrounding towns and settlements, leaving the region in ruins. One of the most harrowing accounts involves King Zedekiah, Judah's last monarch. As he attempted to escape, he was captured near Jericho. Forced to witness the execution of his sons, he was then blinded, a grim punishment to ensure he could never rise again. the Achaemenid Empire and a glimmer of hope. Fast forward to 539 BCE, the Persian Empire, under Cyrus the Great, conquered Babylon. Cyrus was not only a brilliant military strategist but also a visionary ruler known for his policies of tolerance and respect for human rights. His reign marked a significant shift. What was the Edict of Cyrus? This monumental decree allowed the Jewish exiles to return to their homeland and rebuild Jerusalem, including the Second Temple. The Bible highlights this momentous event, describing it as a divine act of liberation. Cyrus's policies transformed him into a celebrated figure in Jewish history, remembered for his empathy and forward-thinking leadership. Who was Cyrus the Great? Cyrus was the founder of the Achaemenid Empire, which became the largest empire of its time. Stretching from the Balkans to the Indus Valley, it encompassed diverse cultures and regions. His approach to governance, centralized administration combined with respect for local traditions, set a precedent for empires to come. Why does this history matter today? Understanding these events helps us appreciate the resilience of the Jewish people and the historical context of their faith. It also reveals the interconnectedness of ancient empires and the enduring influence of leaders like Cyrus the Great. Stay with us until the end. If you're fascinated by these stories of rebellion, exile, and redemption, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Don't miss the next chapters where we delve into the rise of the Maccabees, the return from exile, and the events leading to the birth of Christianity. History is more than just dates and events, it's the story of humanity, and it's waiting to be discovered. The Hasmonean dynasty, a period of transformation. Emerging from the Maccabean revolt, the Hasmonean dynasty ruled Judea from 140 to 37 BCE, marking a period of autonomy and expansion. Did you know that under the Hasmoneans, Judea grew into a regional power, encompassing Samaria, Galilee, and beyond? For several decades, the Hasmoneans avoided the title of king, instead opting for the Greek term basileus, a nod to their Hellenistic ties. But this era wasn't without its challenges. Internal conflicts and the rising power of Rome eventually led to the dynasty's decline. In 37 BCE, the Romans installed Herod the Great as king, marking the end of Hasmonean rule. Why does this era matter today? The Hellenistic period was a time of cultural fusion, political intrigue, and religious transformation. It shaped the course of history, influencing art, governance, and spirituality. Have you ever considered how the events of this era continue to echo in today's world? From the celebration of Hanukkah to the architectural wonders of Alexandria, the legacies of the Hellenistic world remain a testament to the enduring power of cultural exchange. Stay until the end to uncover how these ancient events still resonate in modern culture. Could the lessons of the Hellenistic period offer insights into the complexities of today's globalized world? Let's explore together. What happened in 63 BCE that changed Judea forever? Did you know that in 63 BCE, the Roman Republic stepped into the midst of a civil war within the Hasmonean dynasty? This intervention marked the beginning of the dynasty's decline and set the stage for a new chapter in Judea's history. By 37 BCE, Herod the Great, with support from Rome, replaced the last Hasmonean ruler. Have you ever wondered how Herod transformed Judea under Roman influence? Herod, appointed as a client king, governed Judea, Galilee, Samaria, and Idumea with the backing of the Roman Republic. Known for his ambitious architectural projects, he left an enduring legacy. Among his most famous works were the expansion of the Second Temple in Jerusalem, the fortresses of Masada and Herodium, and the construction of Caesarea Maritima, a grand port city named in honor of Emperor Augustus. Can you imagine the scale of these colossal undertakings? Herod also holds a controversial place in history due to his depiction in the New Testament as the ruler who ordered the massacre of the innocents at the time of Jesus' birth. Does this biblical portrayal align with historical accounts, or is there more to the story? When was the Hebrew Bible canonized? The Hebrew Bible, or Tanakh, played a central role in the religious life of Second Temple Judaism. But when was the canon of the Hebrew Bible finalized? Scholars debate this question. Some suggest it was established during the Hasmonean dynasty between 140 and 40 BCE, while others propose dates as late as the 1st century CE. What do you think? Could such an essential part of religious tradition have taken centuries to solidify? The Book of Daniel, one of the later texts included in the Tanakh, offers clues. Chapters 10 to 12 were likely written between 168 and 164 BCE, hinting that the finalization of the canon occurred after this period. Isn't it fascinating to think about the meticulous process that shaped the sacred texts still revered today? Who were the Jebusites, and what was their connection to Jerusalem? The Jebusites are mentioned in the Hebrew Bible as a Canaanite tribe inhabiting Jerusalem, known as Jebus, before its conquest by King David. But how much of this account is historical? While biblical texts like Joshua and Samuel describe their presence, archaeological evidence remains elusive. Could Jebus have been a different location, or was it simply an ancient name for Jerusalem? Some scholars believe the term Jebusite may have been an ethnic pseudonym rather than a reference to a distinct group. What do you think? How much of this ancient history is based on myth, and how much is grounded in reality? How did Christianity separate from Judaism? Christianity began as a movement within Second Temple Judaism but gradually evolved into a distinct religion. This separation wasn't a single event but a process spanning centuries. What sparked this divergence? Some historians point to the Council of Jerusalem, 48 to 50 CE, as a pivotal moment. while others cite the First Council of Nicaea in 325 CE. As the Christian Church became predominantly Gentile, its ties to Judaism weakened. But did this gradual split benefit both faiths by allowing them to define their unique identities, or did it create irreparable divisions? Why is understanding this history important today? The stories of the Hasmoneans, Herod the Great, the canonization of the Hebrew Bible, and the separation of Christianity from Judaism are not just relics of the past. They continue to shape religious traditions, cultural identities, and historical narratives. Do you think knowing this history helps us understand the complexities of our world today? If this exploration has piqued your curiosity, why not share it with others? Invite your family and friends to uncover the fascinating history of Judaism and its transformative periods. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us for more deep dives into history. Remember, those who don't know their history are destined to repeat it.